For those of you who've watched some of my videos, you'll know that I'm the saver. I'm the one, if I'm honest, who could literally sit at my computer and watch our retirement funds hopefully grow and be happy. I love money. I love to talk about money. I love to count money. I love to think about money. I love to plan for the future. And Ken is the spender. So we kind of complement one another in our retirement. Now, I've been working really hard at feeling better about spending money during retirement, but it's a journey. And so when I came across a study by BlackRock called To Spend or Not to Spend, I knew it was one I needed to read, and it was interesting. Very interesting. I'm Maureen Dabrowski. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Saturday at noon. Now, if there was one thing I learned about this BlackRock study, it's that I'm normal. Although Ken may disagree, I'm normal when it comes to this study and how I view our retirement funds and our retirement income. And I was really actually very surprised to discover that on average, across all wealth levels, and after almost 20 years of retirement, most current retirees still had 80% of their pre-retirement savings, and a third of them even grew their assets over the course of their retirement. Now, although I think it helps to feel somewhat normal for a little bit of time, and although that might sound like that's good, I'm learning through our course of our retirement so far that things might not always seem what they are like. So let me explain. The study went on to say that some of the reasons that retirees didn't spend their income were fear related. That's not surprising. They had fear of bad health and fear of long-term care costs. Totally can relate to that. And they're very valid fears. In fact, the majority of retirees wanted financial security over maximizing their spending. And relatively few retirees even feel the desire to spend down their assets. It seems as though they prefer to keep their assets untouched. The study went on to say that for this group of retirees, and remember, they've been retired for almost 20 years, so they're not new retirees, retirement isn't a time to live it up. It's more important to feel financially secure. The study went on to say again that uncertainty about health and longevity are very much present in most retirees. In fact, 1 in 6 planned to spend more or had planned to spend more right after they retired when they're healthy, of course, and then cut spending after, but an equal number planned to purposely stop spending early in retirement to save assets for later in life when those fears come up again and again and again. So for many, myself included, saving and accumulation habits die hard. Like they're hard to break. And spending then is curtailed by the fears that we could experience a financial setback, a medical issue, or we could even outlive our money. Big fears and very valid fears. And then there was a big difference between how men and women approached finances as well in retirement. It seemed as though retired women report higher levels of financial worry than men did. And as a result, men are more apt to spend in retirement than women are. And compared with men, women found that financial setbacks or investment losses were more difficult to cope with. And so they're less likely to take risks because of that. And then for many, there may be many valid reasons as us women often seem to outlive their men. So typically, women enter retirement with lower assets, and that's for a few reasons, one of which is child rearing, that we take time off typically for our raising of our kids, or we used to. And then, so now I want to add my personal thoughts to some of this study, because remember, I'm one of the ones who likes to hang on and be tight with my money. So I want to add my thoughts to this. Now, just notice, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a Canadian on YouTube who thought that I couldn't find a lot of the retirement information that I was looking for, so I decided to just check it out and do it myself. So please, none of this is financial advice. This is just what's only working for us so far into our short retirement journey. So having said that, I do have to say, I'm coming around to seeing how spending money now, while we're healthy, while we can travel, while we can, is really a good philosophy for us. I'm coming around. And there's all of this talk about the go-go stage, the slow-go stage, and the no-go stage of retirement for a real reason, because I'm watching it with my parents and some of our friends as they go through some of these stages right now. Now, my mom, thankfully, is still very healthy mentally, but her little body is not as healthy. She has very, 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 very bad arthritis, and her little fingers are completely sideways, both hands completely sideways, her fingers are. She had a broken hip, she's had a broken pelvis, she walks very, very slowly, and it hurts. She's having difficulty getting the right dentures, so sometimes she struggles with food. She needs glasses, she needs hearing aids, and she honestly wants to fight both of those and doesn't want to wear either one of those. But with all of this, she still came to Arizona twice this winter, and she's going on a cruise with us in September, but we all know, including her, that sadly she's at the very end of her slow go phase. And I wonder if she would even travel at all if she had to do it all by herself all of the time. And just saying that out loud, although sad, gives me a bit of more of a reason to spend a bit more money now and enjoy our lives now. And then there's my dad. He's well into his no-go stage. He's in a home now, and he has very, very, very bad dementia and Alzheimer's. And Mom was just here in Arizona for 13 days, and she saw him yesterday for the first time after 13 days. And he honestly didn't even know that she had been gone, and we questioned whether he really knew who she was. So again, he's sadly in the no-go stage and will probably never travel again in his life. Another good reason to spend money now and have fun now. But then logic and fear comes back into reality. Dad's long-term care facility is expensive. We don't know if Mom will have to go into one at some point, and we don't know if Ken or I will have to go into one at some point. So I guess this brings us right back to the beginning of this, and the survey that brought it all to light is to spend or not to spend. That is the question. Today, might change over time, today my answer is to spend, enjoy, have fun, travel, live your life to the fullest, make your retirement remarkable, but keep a little bit aside for life's up and downs. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you spend, how your income is, and how your retirement is. Please consider joining our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/lifestartsatretirement.